Hello and welcome to the Full-Thrive YouTube channel. Hey, we're a bunch of freelancers that like to find clients we like, do work that we love on our own schedule. If that's you, you're in the right place. Today in my session with the freelancers, I was talking to them about the importance of doing a discovery call. I honestly believe that the sale is made in the discovery call every single time. You can have a great proposal, you can have a great profile or great website, but the connection in the sale is made when you are talking and making a personal connection. So if you want to know why a discovery call is going to make you more money, stay tuned. It's coming up. We are going to be covering the steps to a confident discovery call. The discovery call is such a critical element to the whole sales process, whether you're on Upwork, you're on Instagram, you're on Clarify Your Message, and how to not just do a discovery call, but how to do a confident discovery call. That's what we're going to talk about today. So in truth, selling yourself is kind of tough. And if you're not used to selling yourself, it's even harder. But there's many different places in the sales process that you can sell yourself. And I'm just going to list a few out here. I want you to think about, wow, I didn't realize, I guess I'm selling myself in each of these instances. So your profile, whether it's a website or Clarify Your Message or Upwork or Fiverr, wherever that may, LinkedIn, your profile. The portfolio is a really great chance to sell yourself. Yesterday in my group coaching program, Accelerate, we spent all of our call this week is focused totally on the portfolio and all of the places you can use your portfolio to sell yourself. So you want to think about, wow, how could I use my portfolio better? Testimonials will sell yourself. Actually, it's somebody else selling you, but it's an opportunity for people to get to know a little bit more about you through a testimonial. If you have a website, that's another great place for people to get to know you and for you to be able to sell yourself. When you apply to a job or respond to someone's request, that first initial interaction or engagement with somebody, let's just call that the application or your response. That is a really pivotal place to sell yourself. And we're going to talk about that today. And then, of course, in your proposal. These are all places that you should be thinking, how can I be more strategic in selling myself in all of these places? Okay? Now, really quickly, before I keep going, a lot of you are pros already. I see when you join the Facebook group where you are in your freelance journey, and there's a lot of you that are like, hey, I'm good. You might be making 6 figures already. You're ready to scale. Awesome. I'm glad you're here. When I do live training, especially like on a Wednesday, I want you to focus on finding one insight, one takeaway, one thing that you can apply today, tomorrow. You're going to look through some of this. You'll be like, oh, I kind of know that. Oh, yeah, I kind of know that. Don't do that, please. Just for a second. Don't go, oh, I know. Or if you're new, don't get overwhelmed. Don't go, oh shit, Lisa, that's a lot. I don't know. This is too much for. Chill. We're looking for one. And at the end of our session today, if there's enough time, I've really jam-packed today's presentation. So if there's enough time, the first thing I'll always ask you is, what is your one takeaway? That's it. That's your only homework today, okay? Find one thing that you go, I never thought of that. I could start using that today and see how it would improve my sales. Is that good? I believe that the real sale is not in all the things I just showed you. The sale is made in the discovery call. Every time. Every time. I understand that you may have made a sale without a discovery call. I get it. But I believe that you can sell faster and you can sell easier and you can raise your rates if you commit to always doing a really thorough discovery call. That is the difference between just getting the business. Oh, and so many things. Okay, I can't wait to show you. I can't wait to jump into this to you. There's so much psychology and sales strategy that's entangled in all of this. So I want you to think about this in a bigger way. So I've been freelancing for almost 4 years. October 2018 is when I went back to Upwork, spruced up my profile and said, all right, this is what I'm doing. I'm not going to tell you my story today, but it was from the end of a kitchen table. I started 4 years ago. I just want to quickly walk you through what that looks like and why you should pay any attention to anything I'm saying. Some of you are like, I don't know who this lady is. She's kind of funny. She's kind of sassy. I don't really know, but I don't know if she really knows what she's doing. In the past 4 years, I've worked with over 270 clients. Of that, easily 250 are all from Upwork. So Upwork is my primary lead source. For our session today, you don't have to be on Upwork. It means nothing. I'm just letting you know where I got most of my clients from. If I have a closing rate, I kind of did my numbers the other day. If I have a closing rate of just 25% of the proposals I send, so when I send a proposal, 1 out of 4 people go, oh yeah, let's do this. That means I had to have sent over 1,000 proposals. I'm pretty good at writing proposals too. But in order to send those proposals, I had to first get on a discovery call. I would never send a proposal without getting on a discovery call, ever. So I've done over 2,000 discovery calls. So here's the scary, shocking number that's about to come. And some of you might be like, oh, shoot. I had to put in 10,000, a little bit more than that, applications or responses. I don't call them proposals, but on Upwork, I had to communicate with somebody over 10,000 times to get to the 270. I really think it's important you understand realistic numbers, okay? But I'll tell you what that's brought in 4 years. That is how much revenue my business has done over 4 years. And that's the number of how it breaks down. This is what's important for you to know. That number, because that's what we're talking about today. I have done over 2,000 discovery calls, you guys. You know how people say, oh, if you put in your 10,000 hours, you become an expert? I'm not saying I'm an expert, but I'll tell you, 2,000 discovery calls, it's probably enough to say, I think she knows what she's doing. So I'm going to share with you today what has helped me. Are there better ways to do discovery calls? Absolutely. People do them all different ways. A discovery call to me is like a sales call. I hate calling it a sales call. So I call it a discovery call. And that's actually one strategy is don't call it a sales call. Call it a discovery call. A little bit more friendly. So there's lots of different ways to do a discovery call. All I can do is share with you what's worked for me. Fair enough? Is that good? You want to know? I'm going to share my secrets. I still do discovery calls today. I had a bunch last week. I'm going to tell you a couple stories about some discovery calls that just blew my mind that I was like, wow. And that solidifies why a discovery call is so important. All right. Let me tell you about Lisa Hilton really quick. Lisa Hilton was a job posting on Upwork looking for help with clarifying her message for social media. She wanted somebody to help her write social media posts and ads and things like that. And she invited me. I don't do any of that. I don't mess around with social media. In fact, for a long time, I had somebody else help me with my social media. I was like, I don't do social media. But there's something that compelled me to get on a call with her. I went and looked at her website and I was like, oh my gosh, you should not spend any money on social media to send people to that website. Like, it was almost like I felt like I would be doing her a disservice. And I got on the call with her because, I didn't know this woman. I got on the call with her and I said, listen, I know you're looking for social media and there's lots of people who can help you with that. But if I can encourage you, I don't know that that's the best route for you. I think you really need to get your website up to speed before you send anybody to it. And she was all ears, and she let me go through, literally, I went through my absolute typical scripted discovery call like I do with every single person. And at the end of the discovery call, she goes, I want that. I want what you just told me. I didn't know I needed that, but that is really, really, really what I want. The project ended up being around $7,000. We built her this beautiful website. She went on to actually have us build the website too. All this copy, all the images. She went from, and funny enough, the post was for $250, you guys, and it turned into about a $7,500 job. Some of you have seen this story I posted a couple weeks ago in the Facebook group. The job posting was for $1,000. This guy, his name is Rick. He's fabulous. He invited me to a job, and I replied, and he said, listen, I just need you to tweak our website copy and give us a refresher, or I don't know, whatever it was for $1,000. Again, I've told you this story, but I'm gonna tell you again because it still blows my mind. I got on his website and I was like, oh no, it needs more than tweaking. Like, it just does. And I took the time, instead of maybe referring it out to somebody, I took the time and I got on a call with him. One, because I'm really interested in this right now. This is all about cryptocurrency. And I said, listen, Rick, like, tell me your story. Like, what's going on? Blah, blah, blah. And as soon as I switched over, asked some really intelligent questions, poked some holes in what he thought was like, true and for real, and made some suggestions, literally like the light bulb went off. He's like, whatever I want what you have. Take me through your process. Like that is what I need. I thought I needed this, but this is what I really need. Sent him a proposal, and less than 24 hours later, signed a $7,000 contract, agreement, project. That could not be done in an email. That could not even be done in a Loom video. None of that could have been done except for the discovery call. I hope you guys are getting the sense that what you see at face value in an instant message or an email or invitation off of Upwork is not the final opportunity, is not the real job. Like, you have it's just the jumping off point. But you got to be confident when you go into these calls. You got to know what your end game is. So let me talk to you really quickly about just 3 elements of selling. These are the 3 components that are really important to know when it comes to selling. This is what clients are looking for and making their decisions on. First, can you do the job? Like, do you have the skill? Have you ever done it before? What does your work look like? Okay, that's your skills and portfolio. It's your expertise. That's your certification. That is just like, can you do the job? The second thing they're asking themselves is, do I like this person? Could I see myself working with them? Do I respect them? Do I think that we would get along well? Do I enjoy them? Really, people are asking that. And the third component, I believe, to selling is your process. How do you actually move people from where they are to where they want to be? What are your steps? How do you move them along? I created a group coaching program called Signature. We just finished up last week. It was a beautiful group of people with 6 weeks coaching. And we created our signature process so that we could use that to sell. That's number 3. Not what I'm talking about today. Today, we're focused on number 2. Number 2, you, the freelancer. Maybe a little bit of 1 and 3 in a discovery call, but the sale is always made where they get to know who you are and how you're going to be able to help them. So here's 3 ways to sell yourself. I now send a video whenever I apply to a job, respond to a job, or before we get on a call, I will send an introduction video through Loom. I teach a whole masterclass on Loom videos and how you can use it to sell and the 10 places to use Loom videos. But I want you to, if this is your one takeaway today, here's a freebie for you. When you apply to a job, go ahead and video yourself introducing yourself and include that Loom link inside your response or your application. It's the first opportunity for somebody to get to know you. The second and the most important is the discovery call. It's back and forth with Zoom. It's, and I'm going to tell you, we'll get into this when we get into the points, but try not to get on a phone call. Do a face-to-face call. And then the last one that I started introducing maybe 2 years ago was another video as I walked clients through the proposal. So I would send the proposal, but I would do a 3-minute video that would go along with it, walking them through the proposal. Another way to reinforce what we talked about, to sell myself again, remind them who I am. So those I find are just 3. There's plenty of other ways, but those are 3 ways that you can sell yourself. Hey guys, thanks for watching. I hope you found that valuable. If you're looking for more on freelancing, how to find clients you like, do work that you love on your own schedule, there are a ton of videos that you can check out and throughout the channel. Now, I want you to subscribe below if you like this, and you will always be notified when a new video drops. Lastly, we have a Facebook group we would love to have you join. It's called Full-Thrive Freelancers, and over there we have free masterclasses, live Q&A, and an amazing community of thriving freelancers. Join us there.